Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mias, and welcome to this virtual world budget deck review. Really interesting, man. I actually have not seen this in a while, someone actually submitting a budget deck, but yeah, I mean, it's really cool to see what kind of things that you can kind of do with a limit to your budget. So purposely not playing Dragoon and playing Invoked Kaliga instead, but still going for the same combo is absolutely fantastic. So before you start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe, and also check the Discord server in order to post your own submission of a deck list so I could actually make a video on it. And yeah, let's get right into it. So he's actually playing 16 virtual world monsters, which is quite a lot. I mean, 3 Lili, and then 3 Lao Lao, 3 Lulu, 3 Nyan Nyan, 3 Gigi, and 1 Tutu. Now, usually when I see Tutu, it's usually because they're playing 2 Nyan Nyan, or when they play 3 Nyan Nyan, they play 0 Tutu. But no, they actually went for 16 virtual world monsters, and that kind of makes sense because you don't really have that much money to afford on like 3 tactile talents and other kind of cards like that, so definitely something that I can respect. And do I think that playing Tutu is incorrect? Absolutely not. I think it has its applications and even gives you pushes under Lancia, so definitely cool here. And then the Handshap lineup, ironically, Ash is kind of getting expensive because the Salamangreat structure deck is already kind of old and everybody and their mother feels like they need this card. So even despite it being available as a common, it's still kind of expensive. But hey, if you were able to get this card, your hands on this card when it was worth like $7, well, you're golden, my guy, because right now I'm pretty sure it's worth more than that. And Gamma should not be worth a lot of money. It got reprinted like as a rare or something in Toon Chaos. I forgot, but yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem for you. And the Virtual World Monsters, I think only Lulu is worth anything, and the other ones are kind of meh. So yeah, Foolish Goods, it's a good card. I mean, it's a reinforcement of the army, but the issue that I have with it is that it's redundant. It doesn't really add anything to your combo. It's only replacing... I guess it makes your horrible hands slightly better, but it makes your good hands quite significantly worse because it's just a useless card. But at the same time, in Virtual World, since you can just discard the cards with like the side effects of, well, the drawbacks of Qinglong and Zhuanghu, it's not even the world if you just draw another copy of Foolish Goods. I just feel like this deck kind of was able to move on and just not really rely on this anymore. But no, I mean, I think it's kind of respectable to play this as well. And then kind of like the mandatory Call by the Grave and Emergency Teleport. Triple Kowloon, triple Desires, triple Qinglong. Again, no Prod of Prosperity because of budget. And besides, I don't even think Prod of Prosperity is that great in Virtual World anyways. Desires is the superior card. Even Nyan Nyan can recycle back your banished cards into the deck, including face down banished cards, which is kind of huge. And then if you draw double Desires, it's really, again, not the end of the world because they just become discard food for Qinglong and, like I said, Zhuanghu. So yeah, and also he's playing 3 Chuche, which is kind of unusual, but not really. I've seen so many deck lists with 3 Chuche, and I also do believe that this is logical to a certain extent. I just don't know if I would play 3 Chuche instead, personally myself. But yeah, anyways, that's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, the Spice, Invoke Kaliga. This card's great, man. It's honestly almost just as good as Dragoon, because Dragoon wouldn't have the pop effect anyways. It would only have like the negation and cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, which is still broken anyways, so who cares, especially since we don't have to play any of the bricks for that, Dark Magician and Red Eyes. So that's fine. And Kaliga is basically very similar to Winda in what it does. Each player can only attempt to activate one monster effect per turn, and each player can only attack with one monster during each battle phase. So this creates a huge soft lock with Crystal Wing and Chuche, and you can kind of already see where this is going. Yes, pretty disgusting. Anyways, Sulkin with Crystal Wing. Okay, the first thing that actually I feel doesn't really make too much sense would be playing 2 Cloud Castles, but with not a single rank 9 monster in your extra deck. I feel like you should have at least played Phantom Fortress into Blathnir. And by the way, there was actually a final card in the extra deck, but I simply could not tell which one it was, because he actually submitted a screenshot and not really like the YDK file. And this is the reason why I actually kind of need the YDK files, is because sometimes there's something that I just cannot see, and it's kind of not really obvious. I know it was like kind of a green card, and it was an Xyz right over there, but I honestly just couldn't tell which one it was. So please, for the love of God, guys, send me YDK files instead, or like DB links or something. It would work quite well for me, but yeah. Anyways, 2 Cloud Castle. Yeah, if anything, maybe 1 is enough. It's not really like before with VFD and stuff, so yeah. Anyways, Shen Shen, Vermilion Mech, Chao Feng. Chao Feng is also not as great as before. Vermilion is still good because it has that, I don't know, that popping effect that you can also use on yourself on top of using it on your opponent. But no, Chao Feng is not great. Ravenous Crocosaur is also definitely not what it used to be, so I don't really recommend playing this card. Trishula is good, yeah. Juju is also amazing. Muddy Mud Dragon is part of the combo. Ptolemy 7 is great, and then Fan Fang is great. Beatrice is also really good. You can actually Beatrice send Ash, and then Ptolemy recycle back the Ash. And then next turn you can, I don't know, during your opponent's turn, technically you can use the Beatrice to send for Orchestrated Crescendo and then search for Alive Justice Cycle Reader, or you can send something else. It was Mischief of the Gnomes. So yeah, shoutouts to DPU Gyo again. I'm actually a real one, by the way. I've been subscribed to him ever since like 2014. I'm very, very old, I know. Yeah, a lot of people thought I was born in 2014, but joke's on you, I was born in 2011. Anyways, for the idea section, I play absolutely nothing extra. No, sorry. This was actually the side deck. So you play 3 Nibiru, 3 Lancia, 3 Joel, 3 Cosmic, and 3 Super Poly. And the Super Poly also kind of made no sense because the only fusion monster that was played was Caliga. So unless your opponent literally plays Invoked, but I get the point. Obviously, Super Poly has a lot of potential, just not in a deck where the extra deck space is kind of really tight and you can't really afford to play that many targets. So I wouldn't really consider Super Poly. The rest is great though. I really like the rest, and yeah, I mean, I feel like at least Duster should be included because playing 3 Cyclone with 0 Dusters doesn't really feel organic. So yeah, and also Zeus, I guess it's too expensive, so you can't play it. Enter Blathnir is not expensive, so you should play it. Oh, Quarion Gondrax, that's definitely an affordable card, and it's really good. It's basically on the same level as Trishula. It just doesn't make your opponent lose a card from the graveyard in hand, but it makes them lose multiple cards from the field, while monsters banish without targeting as well. Actually, never mind. I actually do think it targets. Yeah, that's a bummer. Anyways, let's actually get into my version of the Virtual World deck. Ta-da! Okay, that is my version. So, not a lot of changes, but I actually cut the Foolish Goods for 2 Ghost Bells, because nothing more frustrating than losing to Ice Dragon's Prison, revive back a Psychic and a Psychic, or a Worm and a Worm, and then you cry, and then you lose, and then you cry again, and then you lose. So yeah, no, Ghost Bell is definitely kind of really good. It gets a lot of things just generically anyways. And then yeah, Harpy's Feather Duster as well on the main deck, so I don't know, you just don't really insta-lose to trap decks when you lose the dice roll going first. And for the extra deck, I guess I added Jaja, because you don't have the Dragoon, so you kind of need something to be able to push and clear. Sorry, you don't have the Zeus, so you have to be able to beat the Dragoon, and this is basically like a non-targeting, non-destructive removal, because this also almost becomes like a Neospatian Grand Mole, but it actually banishes itself, and only for your opponent, so I really like it, and also it becomes indestructible by battle, so really, really good card, and really cheap as well. The rest, I guess I cut the Chao Fang, I added Coral Dragon as well, if that wasn't already there, Starter's Charge Warrior. What else? Phantom Fortress, Enter Blathnir, and that's kind of pretty much it. I mean, I don't know what you personally think, what all of you guys actually think of this deck list. I think it's really good, and it's probably one of the best ways to play budget Virtual World in case you aren't drowning in money. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for this beautiful deck review. If you guys have any comments, feedback, or your own suggestions, definitely let me know in the comment section and in the Discord server. Again, link will be in the description box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.